Sharks, not just creatures of the ocean, but living fossils, survivors of time, and masters of evolution. To understand sharks, you don't start from today, you go back hundreds of millions of years, to a time when Earth itself was still experimenting with life. Around 400 million years ago, during a period known as the Devonian era, often called the Age of Fishes, the oceans were filled with strange and primitive life forms. Early fish lacked jaws, lacked speed, and most importantly, lacked the ability to truly dominate. And then came one of evolution's most important breakthroughs, jaws. The first shark-like creatures emerged during this time. They weren't as fast or as refined as modern sharks, but they had something revolutionary, a flexible skeleton made of cartilage instead of bone. This made them lighter, faster, and more efficient in water. One of the earliest known shark relatives was Cladocelas. It lived around 370 million years ago. It had a streamlined body, simple fins, and lacked many of the features modern sharks have today, but it was a beginning. From there, evolution didn't stop. Over millions of years, sharks diversified. Some developed crushing teeth to eat hard-shelled prey. Others evolved sharp slicing teeth for tearing flesh. Every small change pushed them closer to perfection. One of the most defining features of sharks became their teeth. Unlike most animals, sharks evolved a conveyor belt system of teeth. Rows upon rows, constantly replacing old ones. A shark could lose thousands of teeth in its lifetime, without ever becoming defenseless. This single adaptation made them nearly unstoppable. As time moved forward into the Carboniferous and Permian periods, sharks spread across the oceans. They adapted to different environments, deep waters, coastal areas, even freshwater systems. But Earth had other plans. Around 252 million years ago, the planet experienced the largest mass extinction in history, the Permian-Triassic extinction event. Nearly 90% of marine life disappeared. Entire ecosystems collapsed. But sharks, they survived. Not all species, but enough. And that's what makes them extraordinary. They weren't the strongest, but they were the most adaptable. As life slowly recovered, sharks once again began to evolve. New forms appeared. Some became massive. Others became highly specialized hunters. Then came the age of reptiles, the dinosaurs. While dinosaurs ruled the land, sharks continued to dominate the seas. During the Mesozoic era, sharks like Hybodus thrived. They had mixed types of teeth, some for crushing, some for cutting, making them versatile hunters. But the true peak of shark evolution came later. After the extinction of dinosaurs around 66 million years ago, the oceans opened up in new ways. Mammals began to evolve, including whales. And with them, came the greatest predator the ocean has ever seen. Megalodon. Carcharoccal's Megalodon. A shark so massive, so powerful, that it redefined what it meant to be an apex predator. Estimated to reach lengths of up to 60 feet, with jaws capable of exerting a bite force stronger than any known animal. Megalodon hunted whales, dolphins, and large marine mammals. Its teeth, some over 7 inches long, are still found today as fossils, scattered across the world. Megalodon didn't just survive in the ocean. It ruled it. But even rulers fall. Changes in climate, cooling oceans, shifting prey populations, all contributed to its extinction around 3.6 million years ago. And once again, sharks faced a turning point. The giant was gone. But sharks remained. Modern sharks, like the great white, evolved into highly efficient predators. Smaller than Megalodon, but faster, smarter, and incredibly precise. Today, sharks possess some of the most advanced sensory systems in the animal kingdom. They can detect electrical signals through organs called ampullae of Lorenzini. They can sense vibrations in the water from miles away. Their sense of smell is so powerful that even a tiny trace of blood can trigger a response. They don't need perfect vision. They don't need light. They hunt using a combination of senses that make them nearly unstoppable. And yet, despite their power, sharks are not mindless killers. Most shark species are not dangerous to humans. In fact, humans pose a far greater threat to sharks. Overfishing, habitat destruction, and the demand for shark fins have pushed many species toward extinction. Every year, millions of sharks are killed. And for the first time in 400 million years, sharks are facing a threat they may not easily adapt to. Us. But even now, they continue to survive. Because survival is what they do best. They have endured mass extinctions. They have adapted to changing oceans. They have evolved again and again, refining themselves into perfect predators. From the primitive waters of the Devonian era, to the vast oceans of today, sharks have remained unchanged in purpose, unmatched in design. They are not just part of history. They are living history. And when you look into the ocean, you are not just looking at water. You are looking into a world that has been ruled for hundreds of millions of years by sharks. And yet, the story of sharks doesn't end here. Because even today, evolution hasn't stopped. Beneath the surface of our oceans, in places where sunlight barely reaches, sharks continue to adapt in ways we are only beginning to understand. Take the deep-sea sharks, for example. Creatures that live thousands of meters below the surface, in complete darkness, under crushing pressure, in freezing temperatures. Places where most life simply cannot survive. And yet, sharks thrive there. Species like the goblin shark, with its strange, elongated snout and protruding jaws, look almost alien. Its ability to extend its jaw forward in a fraction of a second allows it to catch prey in the darkness where speed alone isn't enough. Then there's the frilled shark, often called a living fossil, because it has remained almost unchanged for millions of years. With its eel-like body and rows of needle-like teeth, it represents a direct link to the ancient past. These are not just animals. They are windows into time. Proof that evolution doesn't always mean change. Sometimes, perfection is achieved early, and simply maintained. And then, there are the giants of today. The whale shark. The largest fish in the ocean. A creature so massive, yet so gentle, that it feeds on plankton. Drifting slowly through warm waters, filtering thousands of liters of water every hour. It's a reminder that not all sharks are hunters in the traditional sense. Some have evolved in completely different directions. Different strategies. Different roles. But the same ancient lineage. Then there's the hammerhead shark. With its uniquely shaped head, called a cephalofoil, it has one of the most advanced sensory systems of any shark. Its wide-set eyes give it a nearly 360-degree field of vision, while its head acts like a radar, detecting electrical signals from hidden prey buried beneath the sand. It doesn't just hunt. It scans, calculates, executes. Precision beyond instinct. And perhaps one of the most iconic sharks of all. The great white shark. A perfect balance of power, speed, and intelligence. Unlike Megalodon, which relied heavily on size, the great white relies on strategy. Ambush attacks from below. Timing its strike with deadly accuracy. Using the element of surprise. In many ways, it represents the modern evolution of everything sharks have learned over millions of years. Efficiency. Control. Perfection. But even with all this power, sharks are not invincible. Today, their greatest threat is not another predator. It's us. Human activity has changed the oceans faster than at any point in history. Industrial fishing has reduced shark populations drastically. Many species are caught accidentally as bycatch, while others are targeted specifically for their fins. A practice known as shark finning. Where sharks are captured, their fins are cut off, and the rest of their bodies are discarded back into the ocean. Left to sink. Left to die. All for a demand that has nothing to do with survival. but everything to do with human greed. And it doesn't stop there.